Welcome back, coin lovers. Today, we're exploring the top 5 most valuable Franklin half-dollar coins that every collector dreams of owning. These silver classics hold incredible history, stunning design, and surprising value that makes them true American treasures. Let's dive in and see which Franklin half-dollars stand out as the rarest and most sought-after in the world of coin collecting. First coin. Among the mid-century American coinage, the 1951 Franklin half-dollar stands out as a prized collectible that captures both artistry and history in silver form. This coin holds a distinctive place in the hearts of collectors for its connection to one of the most influential figures in American history, Benjamin Franklin, and its representation of post-war American optimism. Its appeal today is driven not only by its silver content, but also by its refined design, relative scarcity in high grades, and the nostalgia it evokes for a time when craftsmanship and symbolism defined U.S. minting standards. Collectors across the country continue to seek the finest examples of the 1951 issue, with well-preserved specimens commanding impressive premiums on the market. The 1951 Franklin half-dollar was produced during a period of stability in American history, following the economic boom of the post-World War II era. Minted at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, it was part of the Franklin series that ran from 1948 to 1963, replacing the Walking Liberty half-dollar. Designed by chief engraver John R. Sinek, the coin honored Franklin for his contributions as a statesman, inventor, and philosopher. Its introduction reflected the nation's admiration for intellectual achievement rather than military glory, an uncommon theme for U.S. coinage of that time. The year 1951 also marked a steady production phase for the series, though subtle differences between mint marks and striking quality have made certain variants far more desirable today. The coin's design remains one of the most distinctive in American numismatics. On the obverse, Benjamin Franklin's right-facing portrait captures both dignity and simplicity, symbolizing wisdom and civic virtue. The reverse features the Liberty Bell, complete with its iconic crack, flanked by a small eagle to satisfy legal requirements for heraldic imagery on half-dollars. The composition is 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing 12.5 grams, with a diameter of 30.6 millimeters. Proof versions from Philadelphia showcase exceptional brilliance and mirror-like surfaces that highlight every line of Sinek's detailed engraving. The balance of artistry and historical symbolism makes this coin a timeless example of mid-century minting craftsmanship. Rarity plays a crucial role in the 1951 Franklin half-dollar's appeal. While millions were struck across the three mints, finding coins in pristine, uncirculated condition is increasingly challenging due to circulation wear and storage damage. The 1951 in particular often exhibits weaker strikes and bag marks, making gem-quality examples notably scarce. Collectors also prize full bell line, FBL specimens, coins where the horizontal lines at the bottom of the Liberty Bell are fully visible, signifying a sharp, well-executed strike. These FBL-certified coins are significantly rarer and can multiply the coin's market value several times over. When it comes to market value, the 1951 Franklin half-dollar has shown steady appreciation over the past decade. A standard uncirculated example might fetch around $850, while higher-grade coins, especially those with full bell lines, can bring prices upwards of $3,200. Proof issues from the Philadelphia Mint, known for their deep mirrors and frosted details, can command as much as $4,700 in top condition. The growing demand for mid-century silver coinage and the coin's enduring charm continue to sustain strong prices among dedicated numismatists and investors alike. Market trends suggest that the Franklin series, once underrated, has gained renewed recognition for its beauty and historical depth. For collectors seeking to add this coin to their holdings, authenticity and condition are paramount. It's advisable to buy certified examples graded by reputable organizations such as PCGS or NGC, as these provide assurance regarding originality and grade accuracy. When examining raw coins, pay close attention to the strike quality, especially the clarity of the bell lines, and avoid pieces with excessive tunning or surface abrasions. Storing the coin in a climate-controlled environment, away from moisture and air exposure, will help preserve its luster and prevent oxidation. Auctions, established coin dealers, and trusted numismatic shows are among the best venues for acquiring high-quality specimens. Beyond its material worth, the 1951 Franklin half-dollar carries an emotional and cultural value that transcends its silver content. It serves as a tangible link to America's intellectual heritage and mid-century pride, celebrating the enduring ideals of independence, curiosity, and innovation embodied by Franklin himself. Its design, clean, balanced, and deeply symbolic, continues to resonate with collectors who appreciate both history and artistry in numismatics. Over time, as high-grade examples become harder to find, this coin's desirability and value are expected to grow steadily. In the end, the 1951 Franklin half-dollar remains more than just a collectible. It is a conversation piece, a slice of American history, and an investment in heritage. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer to silver coin collecting, owning this coin offers both pride and potential. Its historical depth, visual appeal, and rising market demand make it one of the most rewarding half-dollars to pursue. With prices for top examples reaching into the $4,000 range, this coin stands as a shining reminder that great value often lies not just in rarity, but in the stories coins carry through time. Next coin. The 1952 Franklin half-dollar stands as one of the most intriguing pieces in American numismatic history, representing both mid-century craftsmanship and the enduring legacy of Benjamin Franklin. This coin carries a special place in the hearts of collectors, not only for its silver content, but also for the character it gains through age and circulation. Even when found in very dirty condition, the 1952 Franklin half-dollar continues to tell a story of American progress and pride, capturing a time when silver coins still held true value in every sense. It's a coin that has survived through decades of change, yet it retains the same striking aura that once made it a symbol of stability and artistry in U.S. coinage. The 1952 issue came during an interesting chapter in American history. Post-World War II prosperity was at its peak, yet the nation was facing the early tensions of the Cold War. The Franklin half-dollar series, produced from 1948 to 1963, reflected a new direction in coin design that celebrated intellect and innovation instead of military or political achievements. The year 1952 saw millions of these coins minted, primarily in Philadelphia and Denver, but over time, most were melted down or heavily worn in circulation. Finding a genuine 1952 Franklin half-dollar that has survived with even moderate eye appeal is increasingly difficult, especially since many were never stored with care during their early decades of use. On the obverse side, the 1952 Franklin half-dollar proudly bears the dignified portrait of Benjamin Franklin, America's legendary inventor, diplomat, and founding father. Sculpted by John R. Sinek, the design captures Franklin's thoughtful gaze, symbolizing wisdom and intellect. Above his portrait rests the word liberty, while the date 1952 sits neatly below. The reverse features the Liberty Bell, complete with its iconic crack, an enduring emblem of freedom, alongside a small eagle to the right. Despite being slightly worn or even dirty, many collectors appreciate the depth and balance of this design, as it merges American history and artistry seamlessly on a coin of everyday use. Rarity is what elevates certain Franklin half-dollars above others, and the 1952 issue is no exception. While not the lowest mintage in the series, its scarcity lies in condition rather than quantity. Because these coins circulated widely, uncirculated or lightly worn examples are difficult to find, and most survivors appear in tarnished or discolored states. Coins that still display original mint luster, even beneath surface dirt, can command surprisingly strong interest from dedicated collectors. A well-preserved 1952 Franklin half-dollar can reveal faint traces of its original brilliance under proper cleaning and grading, making it a rewarding restoration piece for those who know how to handle such coins carefully. Collector demand for the 1952 Franklin half-dollar remains steady due to its classic design, its 90% silver composition, and its place within a relatively short but beloved series. Unlike other coins that may vary drastically from year to year, the Franklin half-dollar maintains visual consistency, which appeals to collectors who value completeness and symmetry in a set. The coin stands out particularly because it represents a transitional era, before the introduction of the Kennedy half-dollar and after the decline of Walking Liberty designs. Many enthusiasts are drawn to it not only for investment, but for the satisfaction of owning a tangible piece of mid-20th century American history. When it comes to market value, a 1952 Franklin half-dollar in average circulated and very dirty condition might trade around $850 to $1,200, depending on silver spot prices and eye appeal. However, examples with light wear, minimal marks, and visible mint luster can bring $2,000 to $3,600 in today's collector market. Coins in near mint or certified MS-graded condition occasionally reach up to $4,700, especially if they display strong bell lines on the reverse, a highly desirable strike characteristic among Franklin enthusiasts. The price variation shows how much small differences in surface condition and detail preservation can dramatically affect a coin's value. For collectors seeking to add this coin to their portfolio, attention to detail is crucial. Always examine the bell lines on the reverse. The sharper and more complete they are, the higher the potential grade. Look for natural silver toning rather than artificial polishing, as authenticity is key to maintaining value. Coins found in old collections, estate sales, or mixed silver lots can sometimes reveal these hidden treasures. Even a very dirty 1952 Franklin half-dollar can surprise you once professionally cleaned and graded. Its lasting appeal lies in its ability to blend historical importance with affordable collectability, making it a perfect entry point for both new and seasoned coin hunters. The 1952 Franklin half-dollar continues to shine as a timeless representation of American heritage, even when time has left its visible mark. Its mixture of artistry, symbolism, and silver content ensures it will always find admirers among coin enthusiasts. As one of the standout pieces in the Franklin series, this coin's enduring charm reminds us that value is not only measured by condition, but by the story it carries through the years. And as we move forward, stay tuned for the next coin in our journey, another remarkable piece with its own fascinating story waiting to be uncovered. Third coin. The 1954 Franklin half-dollar from the Philadelphia Mint stands as a beautiful reminder of mid-20th century American coinage, admired for its balanced artistry and silver composition. Among collectors, this coin carries substantial historical and numismatic weight, symbolizing the nation's admiration for Benjamin Franklin's legacy. It represents not just a collectible from the Silver Age, but a tangible piece of post-war America, an era of renewed prosperity and craftsmanship in U.S. coinage. While millions were struck, only a small portion has survived in pristine condition, making the finest examples highly desirable and valued by coin enthusiasts across the globe. The Philadelphia Mint produced the 1954 Franklin half-dollar during a time when the country's economy was thriving, and coin production was robust. The Franklin series, first introduced in 1948, was designed to honor one of America's most influential founding fathers. By 1954, This design had become a staple of U.S. coinage, replacing the walking liberty design that preceded it. The 1954 issue reflects the artistry of John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, whose initials appear below Franklin's shoulder. It was minted just before the end of the series in 1963, giving it special historical significance as one of the final chapters in Franklin's short but remarkable run on the nation's half-dollar coinage. The obverse of the coin features a lifelike portrait of Benjamin Franklin, whose calm and intellectual expression captures the essence of his contributions to science, politics, and philosophy. On the reverse side, the coin proudly displays the Liberty Bell, a symbol of American independence, complete with its famous crack, accompanied by a small eagle to the right. The coin is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, with a weight of 12.5 grams and a diameter of 30.6 millimeters. Its silver sheen and simple elegance appeal to both new and experienced collectors, especially when the luster remains fully intact in higher-grade specimens. What truly sets the 1954 Philadelphia Franklin half-dollar apart is its scarcity in premium condition. While the total mintage was over 13 million coins, finding one with sharp detail, full bell lines (FBL), and untouched surfaces is exceedingly rare. These full bell line examples, which display clear horizontal lines across the Liberty Bell, are the benchmark of perfection for Franklin collectors. The slightest wear, striking weakness, or tunning can drastically affect the coin desirability. As a result, only a fraction of surviving pieces achieve top-tier grades such as MS-66 or MS-67, which makes them the most sought-after by advanced numismatists. In today's market, a 1954 Franklin half-dollar in well-preserved, uncirculated condition typically sells for around $1,200 to $2,800, depending on its grade and eye appeal. However, coins graded as MS-67 with full bell lines have commanded significantly higher prices, sometimes exceeding $4,600 in private auctions. The coin's value has steadily appreciated over the years, thanks to both silver's intrinsic worth and the growing demand for high-quality Franklin half-dollars. Collectors recognize that these coins are more than metal. They are lasting symbols of American history that continue to gain recognition among serious investors. For collectors looking to add the 1954 Franklin half-dollar to their portfolio, certification from reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC is essential. These organizations verify authenticity, assign a grade, and preserve the coin in tamper-proof holders, ensuring lasting protection and value. It is also crucial to examine the strike quality closely. Coins with crisp detail and minimal blemishes are far more valuable. Keeping the coin stored in a dry, temperature-stable environment is equally important to prevent tarnish or corrosion that could reduce its grade and appeal over time. Acquiring a premium example requires patience and a discerning eye. Reputable numismatic dealers, coin shows, and well-known auction houses remain the best avenues for finding verified examples of the 1954 Philadelphia issue. Collectors often look for coins with natural tunning, gentle gold or blue hues, which can increase aesthetic value when well balanced. Since the Franklin series bridges the gap between classic and modern coinage, owning one in exceptional condition offers both emotional and financial rewards for the discerning collector. Ultimately, the 1954 Franklin half-dollar from the Philadelphia Mint endures as a powerful reminder of America's artistic and cultural heritage. Its design reflects a nation's reverence for innovation and liberty, while its silver composition ties it to an era of genuine craftsmanship. With its growing demand, historical importance, and steadily rising market value, the coin continues to captivate collectors who appreciate both its beauty and legacy. Whether valued for its $2,800 market standing or its symbolic worth, The 1954 Franklin half dollar remains one of the most treasured mid-century pieces in American numismatics. Fourth coin. The 1956 Franklin half dollar is one of those coins that still manages to turn heads in the world of numismatics, even when found in a dirty or heavily circulated condition. Beneath its dull surface lies a fascinating story of post-war America, artistry, and enduring value. Though this particular piece may appear worn and aged, it carries the spirit of an era when U.S. coins were crafted with both precision and symbolism. Collectors often seek out coins from the mid-1950s because they represent the golden age of silver coinage before the switch to clad compositions in later decades. The 1956 issue, in particular, is a coin that beautifully bridges history, artistry, and rarity. Even the most imperfect examples have a charm that seasoned collectors deeply appreciate. Minted during a time of strong economic growth and social optimism, the 1956 Franklin half dollar was struck at a point when America was asserting its strength as a global leader. The Franklin series, first introduced in 1948, was designed to honor one of the nation's most beloved founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin, a man synonymous with wisdom, innovation, and independence. By the mid-1950s, the coin had become a familiar sight in circulation, reflecting the U.S. Mint's dedication to both quality and tradition. The 1956 issue is especially notable because it was among the last few years before the Franklin design would be replaced in 1964 by the Kennedy half dollar. Though minted in relatively large numbers at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, time and circulation have made well-preserved examples much harder to come by today. On its obverse, the 1956 Franklin half dollar proudly bears the image of Benjamin Franklin, designed by John R. Sinek, who was the U.S. Mint's chief engraver at the time. His design captures Franklin's intellectual strength and humility, with every line and feature of his face reflecting realism rather than glamour. The reverse side features the Liberty Bell, one of America's most enduring national symbols, complete with its famous crack. To the right of the bell stands a small eagle, required by law to appear on half dollars. The simplicity and balance of the coin's design make it instantly recognizable. When new, the coin's silver luster and sharp bell lines stood out vividly, but even when worn and tarnished, its artistic depth remains apparent, making it a true collectible regardless of condition. Rarity plays a crucial role in the appeal of the 1956 Franklin half dollar. While millions were produced, only a small percentage survive in exceptional condition due to years of handling, wear, and environmental exposure. Those found today in dirty or corroded states can often be restored to reveal stunning details beneath the surface, but untouched examples with full bell lines are the true treasures. High-grade specimens with sharp details are much harder to find, especially those that have retained their natural luster. Collectors often pay close attention to the clarity of the Liberty Bell's horizontal lines and the absence of surface marks, as these characteristics greatly influence both desirability and value. What makes the 1956 Franklin half dollar stand out in the entire Franklin series is its strong market reputation for balance between accessibility and value. It's a coin that beginners can appreciate, yet advanced collectors still pursue for its historical significance and silver purity. The coin's 90% silver composition ensures a baseline intrinsic worth, while the growing appreciation for mid-century U.S. coinage has strengthened its long-term desirability. Many collectors find the 1956 issue fascinating because it represents the peak of the Franklin series, a mature design struck with consistent quality before the numismatic shift of the 1960s began. Its mixture of classic simplicity and patriotic symbolism keeps it firmly in demand among American coin enthusiasts. In today's collector market, a 1956 Franklin half dollar can range widely in value depending on its condition and grade. A moderately circulated coin with visible detail might bring in around $850 to $1,300, while an uncirculated or mint state example, graded MS-65, can reach upwards of $3,200. Coins that display full bell lines on the reverse or show exceptional luster despite age have been known to sell for as much as $4,500 in auctions and private collections. Even dirty or tarnished coins, when properly verified and preserved, can command solid prices due to silver content and historical appeal. The steady increase in demand among collectors has made the 1956 issue a dependable investment, especially for those who value both history and artistry in tangible form. For collectors hopping to find a worthy example, attention to detail is key. Coins should ideally be certified by trusted grading services such as NGC or PCGS to ensure authenticity and accurate condition assessment. When examining a Franklin half-dollar, focus on the sharpness of Franklin's hairlines, the clarity of the Liberty Bell's details, and the overall surface quality. Avoid cleaning the coin, as improper cleaning can diminish its natural luster and reduce value. Those seeking to build or expand a Franklin half-dollar collection can often find opportunities at coin shows, estate auctions, and reputable numismatic dealers. Proper storage in acid-free holders or airtight capsules will help preserve the coin's integrity for decades to come. The 1956 Franklin half-dollar, even in its dirtiest form, holds a story that connects collectors to a defining period in American coinage. It reminds us of the nation's craftsmanship, its reverence for history, and its enduring pursuit of beauty in the smallest of details. Whether valued at $1,200 or as high as $4,500 in pristine form, this coin continues to inspire admiration among collectors old and new. And as we turn to our next remarkable find, we'll explore another hidden treasure from America's rich numismatic legacy, one that may surprise you with its history, beauty, and extraordinary value. Last coin. The 1960 Franklin half-dollar holds a remarkable place in American numismatics, representing the closing years of a design that paid tribute to one of the nation's greatest founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin. Although it was a common circulation coin at the time, today, it stands out as one of the most desirable mid-century U.S. silver coins among collectors. The combination of its short production span, historical relevance, and distinctive design makes it a favorite for numismatists and investors alike. Its blend of artistry and purity, struck in 90% silver, ensures it remains a tangible link to a bygone era of American coinage, and its rising demand in today's market highlights its enduring legacy. The 1960 issue was part of the Franklin half-dollar series that ran from 1948 until 1963, a period that captured post-war optimism and industrial growth in the United States. Struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, the 1960 Franklin half-dollar emerged during a time when America's coinage system was shifting toward modern designs. It did not commemorate a specific event, but rather celebrated Franklin's timeless contributions to science, philosophy, and civic life. The coin was minted in substantial numbers, yet only a small percentage survived in pristine, high-grade condition, giving these pieces their elevated status in the collecting world. The obverse of the coin features a lifelike portrait of Benjamin Franklin designed by John R. Sinek, capturing Franklin's calm, wisdom, and intellectual gravitas. The reverse displays the iconic Liberty Bell with its famous crack clearly visible, symbolizing freedom and resilience, accompanied by a small eagle to the right. Measuring 30.6 millimeters in diameter and weighing 12.5 grams, the coin's 90% silver composition adds intrinsic value alongside its historic charm. Proof versions of the 1960 Franklin half-dollar are particularly admired for their mirror-like fields and frosted devices, creating a stunning visual contrast that enhances their appeal to collectors. One of the key factors driving the rarity of the 1960 Franklin half dollar lies in condition and strike quality. While millions were minted, most circulated heavily, and only a small fraction remain in high grades like MS-65 or higher. Coins with full bell lines, FBL, sharp, complete lines on the Liberty Bell, are especially scarce and command significant premiums. Minor die variations and tunning patterns can also influence desirability, with richly toned examples gaining strong collector interest. Because the Franklin series ended just 3 years later, many 1960 issues were set aside, but few have survived without marks or wear, elevating their rarity today. In today's market, the 1960 Franklin half dollar can reach impressive values depending on grade and variety. A sharply struck uncirculated example with full bell lines can command prices around $1,200 to $2,800, while deeply toned proof strikes or coins graded above MS-66 can sell for as high as $4,500 in premium auctions. Even standard uncirculated coins often trade between $600 and $900, making them attainable yet prestigious additions to serious collections. As silver prices fluctuate and collector demand for mid-century U.S. coinage continues to grow, the 1960 Franklin half dollar remains a solid and respected asset in the numismatic market. Collectors seeking to own a 1960 Franklin half dollar should focus on condition and authenticity above all. Buying certified coins graded by trusted organizations such as PCGS or NGC ensures accurate assessment of quality and authenticity. When examining raw coins, attention should be paid to the clarity of Franklin's hairlines and the completeness of the Liberty Bell's details. Proper storage in a dry, temperature-controlled environment using inert holders will help preserve its luster and prevent tarnishing. Collectors can find high-grade specimens through reputable auction houses, online marketplaces specializing in certified coins, or coin shows that attract seasoned numismatists. Owning a 1960 Franklin half dollar is not just about possessing a piece of silver, it's about holding a piece of American heritage. The coin reflects a time when craftsmanship and symbolism were intertwined in the nation's currency, making each surviving specimen a piece of living history. As more collectors discover the artistry and character of the Franklin series, the 1960 issue continues to grow in esteem and desirability. With its modest yet solid market value, timeless appeal, and strong historical identity, this coin bridges the past and present of American coin collecting with grace and authenticity. In conclusion, the 1960 Franklin half dollar stands as an enduring reminder of America's mid-20th century coinage legacy. Its design, symbolism, and scarcity combine to make it both a rewarding collectible and a sound investment for those who appreciate historical beauty. Whether preserved in mint-state brilliance or gently toned with age, it remains a proud emblem of American achievement and a sought-after treasure among collectors who value both history and artistry in silver form.